forced out the door.
Yeah, she was screwed over.
It sounds like she was. I mean, that was kind of the plan, right? Was she was going to take over for Phil?
That's what it seemed like.
And then, so yeah, probably they just it didn't work out, or I don't know. Microsoft went a different direction. Then she's like, "Yeah, fuck this, I quit."
Yeah. Either that, or she was offered a different role and wasn't happy with. I don't know. It's crazy though. I mean, I hate to say it, but Nintendo is like the only consistent company right now.
Oh, I'm gonna glaze Nintendo on this episode. I'm gonna glaze them.
Like, you can hate on them all they want, like all you want, but they're not
shutting studios down.
No, they're not shutting studios down.
They have the fastest selling console of all time. They're like, regardless of if you like the upgrades or not, like they're consistently putting out games. Like they have more games out in the first 6 months, exclusive games, than PlayStation did their entire generation. So yeah, I don't know.
It's like, you can hate all you want, but we've got plenty of games to play. We're getting awesome third-party stuff.
Dude, Resident Evil this week, man. Oh,
dude, I'm so juiced up.
I am so juiced, so ready. Well, we were planning to go to Charlotte for my birthday. But Diego is going. I think he's going out of the country or something. He's going on vacation like that weekend. So we were going to go maybe next, like this coming weekend. And I was like, Resident Evil, but I want to go to Charlotte as well.
So you're not going?
No, Brittany couldn't end up. She couldn't get off work that Saturday.
Damn.
But I'm not mad about it.
Are you
Resident Evil?
Are you getting
Pokemon?
Dude, Pokemon.
I cannot wait for Pokemon.
We good?
Yeah, we should be.
Okay. Wait, did you say you're excited for Pokemon?
I can't wait. When I saw the trailer, like it was giving me chills. I was like, this is how Pokemon is supposed to be. Like, maybe that's a hot take right now, but like this is Pokemon in my opinion.
This thing's gonna sell like 10 million copies off the jump. I didn't realize that this has not been released
since GBA.
It never came to like 3DS. No. I don't think it came to the Wii U Virtual Console either.
No, it was just the original.
It's pretty lit.
Yeah, and dude, it's GBA. Like those games are beautiful.
It's fucking beautiful, dude. And like $20, it's not bad.
It could be more.
Could be worse.
It could be more.
Sure, it could be on NSO, but also you have ownership over it if you buy it, and I'm sure there's like a lot of stuff that I don't know. There were probably some like gameplay reasons why they didn't want to put on NSO, because you can rewind on NSO.
Yeah,
right. So like,
I guess it would make like shining hunting a little bit easier, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, the reason why they wouldn't put on NSO because Pokemon Company is
because money.
The devil.
Money.
Did Kellen have a good time?
He did. We played the Magnets game. Dude, put the freaking Uno. What is it? No
Mercy.
No Mercy. That game is so crazy.
Yeah. So you get 25 cards and you lose automatically.
Yeah. And then he was chasing Snacks around the yard. She was having a good time. Then he held Pierce for a little bit. My mom fed Pierce.
No.
So that's good. And now he's actually sleeping in the crib right now, which is awesome.
Nice.
I guess he was just so tired from
he's playing. Just like, I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, it just takes a little time.
Yeah,
it's rough for sure.
Dude, last Monday was the worst night.
Really? Damn.
we didn't actually get him down to sleep until like 11.
Dang.
And I left the podcast at like 9. And then even then he was up from like 2 to 4.
Jeez.
Just would not go to sleep. I mean, it wasn't good.
Yeah, that's probably the worst. That's probably the worst part of like is transitioning them to the crib.
Yeah,
That's
and
probably the biggest struggle because like Kellen, he would sleep through the night. Like he would sleep like a solid. Once we got him in the crib, like probably 5 or 6 hours. But the problem was we would rock him to sleep like in the little rocker chair we had, and then the movement of like trying to lay him down into the
startle reflex would kick in.
He would kick in and then he'd start crying, and then we have to restart the process. Or we had the train right beside our house that would go off like during that moment all the time. To the point where I'm like, do these people know that we like?
Am I on the Truman Show right now?
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a struggle.
Yeah, we were trying to rock him to sleep and put him down, and then a couple of nights ago we started just trying to put him down awake.
Yeah,
and like it took more times getting him down, but we weren't spending 10 minutes rocking him to sleep each time.
Yeah.
So it cut down the time it took to actually get him asleep in the crib. But yeah, fun stuff.
All right, you ready to get this party started?
Let's do it.
Okay. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Gaming with the Bros Cast, episode 298. My name is Harrison. I'm joined by our brother Nick, as always. Nick, how you doing, buddy, on this Sunday?
I'm doing good, man, on this rainy Sunday.
Yeah, rainy, windy Sunday.
Rainy, windy. Yesterday was kind of nice.
Yeah.
But feels like we're back in winter. I mean, we're still in winter, but
yeah,
we're back 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we had like a good run for like 70 degree days, like back to back. Like it was nice. And yeah, they are kind of back to, because like I turned my heat off yesterday or the day before, and I forgot to turn it on last night because I was like, it's been so nice.
I mean, I took my pants off, you know.
The house was like 63 degrees this morning. I was like, I gotta crank the heat up a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a little brisky in here. But we got a fantastic show for you guys. We are going, of course, be talking about all of the crazy news that happened at the end of the week. Friday, Xbox tried to sneak in at the very end, the tail end of the news day, about Phil Spencer and the crew. So we'll talk about that. But Nick, how was your week?
Week's been good. Yeah, I mean, I think I talked about this before. I abruptly departed last week, but you know, in the process of getting me and my wife's son into his crib, into his room alone, and it was a struggle last week, but it's going better now. So yeah, it's been great. And then yeah, this weekend just kind of chilled out. Alicia's parents came over, and her dad helped me like filter out the water heater.
Okay.
So we plugged up a hose to it and essentially like let all the water, like drained all the water out and then recycled it essentially. It was gross.
It is, yeah. We had to get one of the heating elements replaced a couple years ago. Yeah, the water is pretty like all the sediment at the very bottom of it.
There's like black, like almost rubber pieces, and we found those in our tub as well. That's why we started this process. We're like, what are these black rubber flakes in the tub that are smearing and staining the tub? Like we're bathing our son in there. Like we don't want to have whatever particles those are in there with them. So
yeah, and who knows how long ago that was.
I mean,
previous owner,
at least 4 years, because we've been here for about 4 years. But yeah, did that, and then just been, you know, hanging out with the son and playing some games. I'll talk about it a little bit, but I had some, like, we put him down to sleep and then went downstairs. So I had some like TV gaming time for a little bit. So I of course booted up Assassin's Creed Shadows on Switch 2. Felt like that was that's a good TV game, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that was a lot of fun. But how was your weekend?
It was good. We didn't really. We went out to dinner on Friday for our grandma's birthday. Went to a Mexican restaurant, so that was good. And then yesterday we really didn't do much, but I did go to like our local like barbecue place and got some of the best chicken wings I think I've ever had in my life.
Mom was telling me about it.
Yeah, they were. I mean, the place is called Black Powder. They do like ribs and like all the barbecue stuff. And I've never had their chicken wings before. They only do them on Saturdays. So normally by the time because it was early, because if you don't go there before like 3, they're gonna run out of food. Like it's that popular. Yeah. So I think I went around like 2, and they had a bunch left, and I told them I wanted to go, and they packaged everything up to go for me, except for the chicken wings they brought out like on a regular tray. I guess the person making them didn't hear them, but they brought them out, and they were just like perfectly coated with barbecue sauce. And I almost told the guy, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna eat them right now.
They knew. They knew if they showed you them.
But yeah, they were. I mean, oh my gosh.
I mean, what flavors? What flavors did you get?
It's just like their traditional barbecue sauce. Like they have like a vinegar-based sauce. But I did get those on the side for the because I got like some brisket and a rack of ribs and some pulled pork. Man, it was good.
Making me hungry.
Yeah, it was delicious. And I came back home and I put it in like our outside fridge, and that's what we ate for dinner that night. I just heated everything back up in the oven, and it was just as good. Like it was incredible.
That sounds real good.
Yeah,
not gonna lie. Yeah. So it was a wet rub, right? Not a dry rub.
No, yeah, it was a wet rub.
Oh,
yeah. And
good and wet.
Yeah, they were like perfectly like.
Stop it, Harrison.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then yeah, just a nice chill week. Kind of getting all of my we'll dive into it now, but getting into finishing up Dragon Quest, because that was like the big game that I wanted to finish before Resident Evil comes, because once that drops,
when it comes,
yeah,
I come.
When it comes, I come. So yeah, wanted to get that out of the way. But yeah, Dragon Quest 7. I texted you, and it could be just recency bias, but I think this is one of my favorite RPGs. It's not like, as far as difficulty wise, it's pretty easy. Like this is like kind of baby's first RPG in a way. Like I'm not taking away from like the game or the story or anything like that. But it is a very, very simple game. And towards the end, I was trying to wrap up some side quests and some other tablet things before doing the final boss, the final encounter. And I wanted to get more of the vocations maxed out. So what I did, I just cranked down the enemy damage. I cranked up my damage output, and then I increased, which I probably should have just done from the beginning anyways, but I increased the XP that I get and the vocation XP.
It's weird that the vocation XP is like capped.
Yeah.
Pretty sure 10's the max you can get, at least on the standard like slider or standard level.
Yeah.
How much can you get when you turn it all the way up?
Like 15 maybe.
Okay, so not that much more, but
yeah,
that does make a difference.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, finished that up. I thought the story was fantastic. It definitely, like we talked about it last week a little bit, but just all the individual stories that you come across, the individual stuff going on between the past and the present, and then going back and seeing how things change like in the present time. There was like one island that I went to, and like the town was being attacked by these monsters, and then you defeat them, and then you go back to the present, and the town is completely destroyed, and you're like, what the hell happened? And you go back, and there's another monster that attacked, and then it kind of just escalated there. You go back to the future and present, or present and past, a few different times in this specific island.
Oh man.
And you're like, are these people like just doomed? Are they destined to be destroyed? And then you end up working everything out. But yeah, just a really cool game. And then the overall story itself, like very, very satisfying at the very end. Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, it's incredible. I've been loving it so much. I think I'm 17 or 18 hours in. I'm at the point where I have the second form of traversal.
The cloud?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, the magic carpet.
The magic carpet. Yeah.
That was in the trailer for the game. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the magic carpet. And also, this is like a freaking 15, 30, 20-year-old. I don't know how old this game is, but it's old. Yeah, I have that, and then I just did the quest line with the like the flooding, the island that flooded.
Oh yeah, that one's really cool.
Yeah, that was a fun one. But yeah, this game's awesome. I was really satisfied with the fourth character that you get, the permanent fourth character.
Yeah,
I was very happy to see that bloodline continue. I'll leave it at that. But yeah, I'm loving this game. The combat is so fun. Like you said, super easy, but it's also just really satisfying to play around with different vocation builds, since you can have 2 job classes at once. So you can kind of just stack up a bunch of different skills.
Yeah.
And my favorite one right now is the thief, where you can poison an enemy and then hit him with the that one skill that does extra damage to poisoned enemies, and then you can kind of like stack it with like the special that the thief has, where if you poison an enemy, you get to go again.
Yeah.
So you essentially get to do that 1-2 punch in one turn, which is awesome. So
yeah, I liked one of the early combinations that I really enjoyed was when you get Rufus.
Mm-hmm.
When you get him, he's got like the wolf boy like vocation. So like he can kind of stack up like wolves that can attack, and then if you combine that with the shepherd vocation as well, like you'll have wolves and sheep all attacking at once. Like it's pretty cool.
Oh dang! Okay, I need to try that. I think I have him as the shepherd as well as the thief right now, so I need to actually use the shepherd skills.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty satisfying. But
yeah,
game is excellent.
What was your
highly recommend it.
What was your final hour count?
So the Switch like time and like the actual in-game time is different by like 10 hours. So I think I'm a little over 40 for the in-game timer.
Okay.
So it's a pretty, I mean, it's a pretty long game, and it's like again, like it fakes you out because you think the game's done, and then something happens and it's not, and then you do a thing, and then it's.
I'm assuming it's not done once you finish all the islands. Like once you get all the
Correct.
The tablet fragments.
No,
yeah. I figured as much. All right, well, we'll see if I can finish it before Requiem.
Lock in, Nick. Lock in. Just another 25 hours for you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Did you finish Reanimal?
No, I'm only at the point where you rescue your, I guess, the first friend, and you get back out to the boat. And
so you're like barely past the demo.
I'm really early, and then I just got to like the next area.
Yeah,
and then I stopped there and started up Assassin's Creed. So I probably have like at least 4 hours left in that one.
Probably not. The game's
really?
only
Is it that short?
It's like 3 hours long, dude. Yeah, it's super short.
How many? This might be a spoiler, but I'm gonna ask anyways. How many big areas are there? I would consider the first island the one big area. Are there?
Yeah, you got that one. Then you got. I mean, there's 3 kids you find.
Okay.
So there's 3 areas, and
probably like a fourth.
Yeah, the fourth one is probably like the best. Like it's pretty awesome. But yeah, Reanimal is great. I think it is the best of these types of games. If you really liked Little Nightmares 1 and 2, I mean, this is the spiritual successor from that same studio.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, in comparison between Reanimal and Little Nightmares 3, I think Reanimal is it's a much better game. The co-op is a lot. Although I didn't try the co-op, is seamless. In there, the couch co-op is. You don't have to. It doesn't require you to have a second Switch or whatever the case is. So that's really cool. Yeah, the only thing I can really penalize the game for is it's so short, and it's $40 game, and it's kind of like the crutch of like horror games and sometimes horror movies where the ending is so obtuse, and it's like up to you to like kind of determine like what, how it, what's actually going on.
Mm-hmm.
I don't always love that. I like a
finality.
I like a solid, like, okay, this makes sense as an ending. Other than having to go on a wiki or watch a YouTube video on like what actually happened at the end of Reanimal and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now there is 3 expansions coming for this game. There is a season pass. I think they're all sprinkled out for the next year. So I'm sure they will continue on the story or probably even not. They'll probably like be like a prequel or something that has nothing to do with the kids.
It's probably going to be the 3 kids that you rescue.
Exactly. Something like that. But either way, I think it is really cool. Again, $40 for 3 hours. Pricing is all, I mean, it's
subjective.
It's subjective, but it's hard to recommend at 40 because it is so short. And there is some replayability with trying to go back and find like all the bunny statues and stuff like that if you want to get that, or all the
masks.
The masks and some other stuff like the concept art and stuff like that if you really want to go back and do that stuff. So if you ever find it on sale, I definitely think it's worth it. But at 40, it's just kind of hard to recommend.
Was Little Nightmares 2 $40 as well, or was that one 30?
I think that was 30.
I think we split that one.
We did, yeah.
But I mean, yeah. 40 is a bit tough for a game like this.
Yeah.
And it's not necessarily because it's horror, but just because it's so short and there's like not a ton of like quantitative replayability, if that makes sense. Like with
you're not going to be doing anything different. Like
and that's the thing. Like with just a pure survival game like this, where you don't have any weapons and there's really nothing to upgrade. It's like there's not much replayability by itself. If that
you are on the part, there is weapons in this game.
I know there's. I think I got like a crowbar.
Okay, yeah.
I'm assuming I don't get like a Glock or
no gun. But yeah, the part you're coming up next when you're on the boat, you'll get a pretty cool weapon that's satisfying.
Okay. Yeah, no guns or no balls in this one, but
yeah. PlayStation users, look out.
Cool.
Sweet. And then I'll briefly just talk about I picked up Neva. The DLC for that game came out, I think on Friday or Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
But the game was on sale for $10. So I've always kind of wanted to play through that. So I put about maybe 45 minutes into it. It's really cool. It's a beautiful game. I think I beat like the first like boss encounter. So I'm like right after that. So still I imagine the game's probably not very long either. So I'm probably a decent way through. But yeah, it's good. I like it.
What is the previous game called? Gree. Yeah, Gree. Yeah, I played that one earlier this year, and that was a really great game. There was no combat, but it was all just puzzles. But beautiful game.
Yeah.
Again, like very short, but it was on sale for like $2.
Yeah.
And
those 2 games are like always on sale, and I just happened to. I was like, I don't want to start anything new, like anything big.
No big RPGs.
No big RPGs. So I was like, let me pick this up and see. But yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Beautiful. Nick, tell me about Shadows.
Yeah, so I mean, you got me this game for Christmas, and I played it a little bit when I first got it, but put in a couple of hours over the last week, and it's really cool, man. It looks pretty good on the Switch too. Like it runs at 30 frames per second. It's not exactly a perfect 30 frames, and then no, disgusting. And there's like some pop in and like a little bit of blurriness, mostly in handheld, not really on the TV. But the story is awesome. Like it's kind of a revenge story. I won't go into too much details, but yeah, definitely focused on revenge. And obviously there's the 2 characters. There's Yasuke, who's the samurai warrior, and then I can't remember the girl's name. Naui? I think Naui. Naui, yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you gotten to play as Yasuke yet? Because he's pretty I know he's pretty deep in the game.
Yeah, when you start the game, you play as him first for the first like 15 to 20 minutes, and then you transition over to Naui.
Okay.
And that's where like the bulk of the first portion of the game comes from. That's where you like kind of like raid your first village or whatever, castle or whatever, you do that as Naui. I'm sorry, I keep messing this up. You rated as the girl. But yeah, having a great time so far. Excited to put more time into it. I don't know how much more time I'll put into it before Resident Evil, but
Resident Evil, Pokemon,
and
like,
Pokemon,
oh, dude, so psyched.
And man, I don't want to be a dummy here, but Procopia looks pretty cool.
Nick. As soon so obviously like the previews happened I think a couple weeks ago at this point, and they're extremely positive. And once I think I either was listening to a podcast or I read somewhere that it kind of had like Viva Pinata vibes.
That's when you got,
and that's when I was like, pre-order now. Let me get it.
Did you actually pre-order it?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not a psychopath.
Yeah, when I heard it was like, it just sounded similar to something like either a Fantasy Life or like a Stardew Valley.
Yeah. Yes.
Like it's Minecraft a little bit. But depending on how this review, if this review is in like the mid,
it's like an 85 plus. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick this game up.
Yeah, I'll chill a little bit. I'll chill. Yeah, I mean it looks pretty good, and the previews I read were all glowing. So
this game's gonna sell like hotcakes.
I know, dude. This is crazy. This is like it's Animal Crossing for Pokemon fans.
Yeah,
and Pokemon fans already love Animal Crossing, so
yeah,
it's gonna translate really well.
Yeah, I'm excited. That comes out, what, is that April?
No, it's March. It's early March.
Jeez.
It's like,
isn't it on my birthday? Isn't it March 5th?
I think so.
I know what I'm doing for my birthday.
Yeah, I think it's not this coming week, but next week.
Jeez.
Which, yeah, is your birthday. I mean, I think we'll be wrapped up with Requiem by then.
Oh, yeah. I've played it 3 or 4 times, and yeah.
I hate myself because, like, I beat Village.
You literally texted me like that day, and you're like, because I think you got it like the night before, right?
Well, I started it Thursday at noon because I was on New Zealand time.
Yeah, you flew. You took a trip.
I took a long trip, and I was playing it at noon. I finished it Thursday night, and I was on my second playthrough on Friday.
Yeah, because you texted me, you're like, yeah, I finished it. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was on my like knife only playthrough on Friday night.
Oh my god,
I love Village. I cannot wait to replay Village on the Switch.
Yeah,
I love that game.
Yeah, it's like such a. Like I think you tweeted out, it's not as good as 7 by any means, but it's more fun than 7.
It's more fun. I think it's got better replayability. I mean, 7 has good replayability with like the shoes that make you walk faster, and then
cool.
A couple of new weapons. Yeah, but Village just has that classic Resident Evil replayability.
If Requiem could be like a blend of 7 and 8, which it sounds like it's probably going to be that way with
7, 8, and 4. I think it's
7, 8, and 4 like that. Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm
reviews should be going up what, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Okay.
What's your official review prediction for this one?
I'm gonna say an 88 is my official one.
Okay, I'm gonna guess 86.
Okay.
I think it's gonna. I don't know.
Reviewers have been very harsh to games in the last couple of years.
Yeah, and I don't think anything is going to be wrong with the gameplay. I think the gameplay is going to be great. I think both Leon and Grace's sections are going to be praised.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that could dock it is if the story is good enough. I don't think it needs to be good because Resident Evil stories are never like.
I was gonna say, like, what's the
bar?
Yeah, what's the bar here? I mean, like
2.
They're all
2.
They're all like fine.
It's like you don't play
the Resident Evil universe is so confusing and convoluted. Like it's
you play it for the campiness of it, and for Chris punching boulders, and for Leon swinging his legs around. suplexing zombies. I mean,
yeah,
it's not The Last of Us, right? You're not gonna get that experience.
Yeah, you're not gonna have this.
It's different but better.
Yeah,
but
it's better, but different.
Anyways,
way. So yeah, obviously Resident Evil, very very exciting. Anything else you've been playing?
Oh, I did play. Actually, we can wait until the news to talk about it.
Xenoblade.
Yeah.
Okay. I did boot up Ocarina of Time yesterday. I did a little live stream for the 40th anniversary. You know, we got to celebrate it because Nintendo, they won't.
They're not going to say anything about it.
I know people like, I've seen TikToks of like people complaining about it or in the comment. I'm like, you must be new, because like Nintendo never ever tweets out anniversaries until they're ready to like show off some stuff for you to buy.
Exactly. Unless there's a new release planned, then
yeah. And they'll mention it like on the next, whatever the next direct is.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I watched your 40th anniversary video while I was walking snacks the other day.
Yeah.
And your comment on Majora's Mask about it being underrated, it got me thinking, where would you rate Majora's Mask amongst all of the Zeldas? Like you said, Ocarina of Time is number 1, Tears is number 2. I'm assuming Breath of the Wild or Wind Waker is number 3. Where would you put Majora's Mask?
Oh man.
And like strictly 3D Zeldas, and I'm right now.
Although I did boot up Wind Waker as well, like
on GameCube.
Yeah, on the GameCube app. That game is gorgeous, dude. Like it still holds up. Pretty. Like even on just the GameCube version, it still absolutely holds up. Which I guess it probably looks a little bit better than it would on the original GameCube natively there, just because of it's an HD. But yeah, to answer your question, I don't know, top 5 maybe Majora's Mask. I think it's good. It's the darkest Zelda. Like I love the mask system in that game. I love all the different quests to get those masks. I like the time mechanic, like being able to slow down time and like doubling up the time and stuff like that is really cool. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know, like, because I think Skyward Sword is still probably the lower tier for me.
Mm-hmm.
Although I did really enjoy the Switch remaster. And I haven't played Twilight Princess and Wind Waker recent enough to, I don't know where I would place those.
Yeah. I mean, I played Twilight Princess on the Wii U.
Yeah.
You did too as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Twilight Princess and Wind Waker, both of those.
I mean, it's good from what it was still really good from what I remember, but
yeah, I mean, like the worst Zelda game is still one of the best games ever. So
right. Yeah, it's the thing. Nice. Cool.
When's the last time you played Majora's Mask? Was it the 3DS?
Yeah, 3DS back in 2015.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great.
And Jesus, 11 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Boot it up again.
Yeah. But yeah, when I booted up Wind Waker, I was like, I kind of want to live stream this game. It's so much fun. Yeah. All right. Well, you want to dive over into the news?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet. All right. Well, the first part of the poor news this week is Bluepoint is being shut down by PlayStation. They were working on a God of War live service game, and I guess it just never got to see the light of day, or PlayStation wasn't happy with its development. It got canceled. Okay.
Yeah.
So, and Bluepoint hasn't put out a game since Demon's Souls back in 2020. Mm-hmm. This one shocked me. I think out of all the studios like Media Molecule or Haven Studios that's making fair games, like this one was a pretty, I think, genuine shock for me. You literally bought this studio because they do remasters. And the one game that people have been clamoring for years,
that would sell at least 5 million copies.
That would sell 7 to 8 million copies, maybe even 10, maybe even more. Bloodborne, and you couldn't get it done. I don't know. We don't know the behind the scenes between FromSoft and PlayStation.
Right.
You know, they may not wanted to greenlit, but PlayStation owns it, right? They own the IP.
Yeah.
And I know they probably don't want to piss off FromSoft because, you know, they don't, but damn, like.
So I think I read that there is some context here. One, that Bluepoint was the one that pitched the God of War live service game because they were working on Ragnarok, or like they were helping out with Ragnarok as a support studio. And they pitched this to Sony during the live service era. It got greenlit and then got canceled like back in 2024 or 2025.
Yeah.
And then they had a few other projects in the works that I don't think any of them ever officially got greenlit. So they just didn't have anything in the pipeline. I'm assuming, well, yeah, Sony or PlayStation said after a business review, like we decided to shut them down. I'm sure during that review, they just did not have anything greenlit in the pipeline, nothing that was going to come out in the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And for that reason, they just get shut down. I mean, the last game they released was Demon's Souls back in 2020. That did well, like it sold over 1 million copies. I think it should have done better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think the PlayStation fans really showed up for that one. And then they did like, was it Shadow of the Colossus remake in 2018?
That one was good.
Like it would have been a no-brainer to say, hey, like this pitch you have for God of War live service game looks great, but we really need to put you on a remake of Bloodborne.
Yeah. And I think I heard that they didn't want to be that studio anymore.
Yeah, like I think that was back in like 2021, right? Like they said we want to work on our own IP. We have some projects in the works, or we want to work on like new experiences. Like that's great, but like you're kind of known for that, and you're really good at that. You're really good at doing these, remaster collections or remakes in full. So I don't know. This sucks. Like this could have been the perfect studio to remake games like Bloodborne or whatever game that Sony wants to remake.
I hope Nintendo picks them up.
Seriously, yeah, because isn't this primarily made up of Retro Studios devs?
I think so.
Take them up and put them on.
Yeah, I know they won't be able to go underneath the Bluepoint like moniker anymore because like PlayStation owns them, I guess, right? So like they would have to like sell them. Yeah, I mean this is this sucks. And again, it just kind of goes back to PlayStation's absolute fumbling of this generation, and this is, in my opinion, the worst generation they have ever had, and it's not even close. Jim Ryan's whole 12 live service games, and like we've gotten like 2 of them. What's the bug game?
Oh, Helldivers.
Like that wasn't even part of it. They just got extremely lucky, I think, with that game and how well that it did. Concord failure. Just
jury's out on Marathon, but
yeah, that new trailer with the state of play, it looked a lot cooler. Like I liked the vibes that it was giving off. It was like more of like a scarier, spookier vibe than what we've seen in that game. So the jury's still out on that one, but we'll see how that comes together. But it sucks. Like PlayStation just they lost the plot this generation. Like you have one of the best generations of all time with the PS4. You have so many great single player experiences that this is what the PlayStation fan base loves and wants, and you're creating all these live service games that nobody's asking for. Like, nobody wants a God of War live service game. The God of War Ascension came out and that game sucked because it had multiplayer in it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, were they going to split up their player base between these 12 live service games and expect everyone to just suddenly have more time and money to spend endlessly on these games, buying cosmetics and stuff?
It makes no sense. Like you're creating competition within your own company.
Yeah.
It's
like crazy.
Yeah. Insanity. Any final thoughts on Bluepoint?
No, I mean, I'm hoping the best for Bungie with the launch of Marathon.
Yeah, if that game doesn't do well, they could easily be the next studio to get shut down because because Destiny has I think their new expansion got delayed, but that game is such a mess that I heard that it's so hard to get into. And those numbers have definitely dwindled over the years. So yeah, hopefully that Marathon does well.
Yeah, and the fact that Bungie had layoffs in 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go over to part 2 of the bad news for the week. So Phil Spencer on Friday, Xbox announced that Phil Spencer is retiring in quotations and Sarah Bond departs in quotations. Asha Sharma is the new Xbox CEO, and she is from, I've never heard of her. I'm sure, Nick, you probably have never heard of her either. She's from Microsoft's AI team. So that's already a huge red flag because nobody wants AI. And she even like tweeted out like, there's not going to be any sort of AI slop, and that's the term that she used. And then she also mentioned like making Xbox again, whatever the case, whatever that means at this point. Are they going to reel everything back in, like, and make it everything exclusive? Because that's what it sounded like to me. But there's no way in hell they do that.
What are they gonna do? Rip Forza off of the PlayStation Store and say we're taking it back?
Yeah,
this is a coup.
No Halo for you. Do you think Game Pass is around in a year?
I don't think it's around in the same way it was. I think maybe at some point we will not have like day one releases on Game Pass at all.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they're going to restructure it more so for like PlayStation does it, where they eventually add like their big exclusives to it, but it'll be a year or two before they do that.
Yeah,
and maybe if like you are a Game Pass subscriber, like maybe you get like a discount for buying the game because you're on their platform. Yeah, and then dropping it back down like to $20 a year or something, or $20 a month or something like that, because since the day one stuff isn't on there. Yeah, I don't know, man. I would hate to be any part of Xbox right now, and I would be fearful of any sort of developer at Xbox. Like who's going to get shut down? Like someone like Double Fine. Like those games don't sell like extremely well.
No, not at all. Especially their recent, like Keeper, I'm sure didn't do great. Kiln, I don't think will do great. Yeah, and then you have like, what's the studio, like Ninja Theory?
Yeah,
like they do a lot of really cool like sound design work, but is 7 years for Hellblade 2 like, is that a good return on investment? I just don't know.
Yeah, they may be because they do so much like incredible work with sound design and kind of like paving the way forward for that type of stuff. Maybe they don't get shut down just because of that. But yeah, I mean those games. I mean I don't know the sales numbers for like PlayStation 5, but I imagine it's not huge. Yeah, I don't know, man. Xbox is such a mess.
Yeah, and they've just got so many studios. I know they have their bigger ones that are working on the Fables and the Gears of Wars and the Halos, but yeah, there's smaller studios that they've been acquiring over the past few years, and then even, I mean, I think all the Bethesda studios are safe, like id and like Bethesda GameWorks. I think they're all fine. Obviously Activision's studios are probably safe. I
don't know. Like to me right now, the only studio that I could see safe that wouldn't be on the chopping block is Playground, because they put out Forza Horizon and that game sells very well. And then obviously Fable, like I think that's going to be, if it's good, I think that game is going to be pretty huge. But even like the Bethesda and like the Bethesda umbrella, like how long until the next Fallout's going to be coming out? When's the next Elder Scrolls? Is that 2020, 2030, 2032, 31? Like, is Xbox going to be patient enough? Is Microsoft going to be patient enough with these studios making games that take 10 years? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Valve didn't sell super well. I know it just launched on PS5 this week, so maybe it'll get some boost in there. But Valve didn't do super well. Outer Worlds 2 didn't do super well. Or up to their, I don't know, forecast on what they thought it was going to sell, but it's on Game Pass, so it's like, how do you measure that? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, do you mind if we take a quick break?
Yeah, let's take a break.
Okay.
Taking a break. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Guess I'll go here on Twitter and see if there's been any updates.
Yep.
Everything all good? A little fussy?
Yeah, just always crying. All right. Sorry, where were we?
We were just kind of finishing up the Xbox talk. Like,
yeah,
and obviously, like the way this was, like you mentioned before the show, that Jim Ryan and Doug Bowser kind of got like their farewell retirement tour or whatever it is. And this is like Monday. Like Phil is retired. I think he's going to be in like an advisory role, through the summer to help with the transition. That's what I heard.
It was okay.
I think so. Sarah Bond is just gone. Like so yeah, it's a very fishy. It seems, I don't know. Phil said, I think, that he had mentioned retirement. He's 58 years old, so that's about the that's the retirement age, I think. In the United States, and obviously, like, when I say I feel bad for Phil, like, he's a very wealthy man, so he's gonna be just fine. But again, like Phil is such a charismatic dude, and like you can tell that he genuinely loves gaming and all that stuff, and just kind of had to put up with the shit from Xbox and Microsoft for a while, and as they adjusted and readjusted and backpedaled and did this and that, he was kind of the fireman for a while. So yeah, it sucks to see him retire. If it's actually true, and this is what he wanted, I wish him a happy retirement. If he was forced out the way it kind of seems like, that also sucks too. But we'll see. And then Sarah Bond, like, she just quit. We don't know if, it sounded like the whole plan was for her to take over Phil's job, and obviously that didn't work out. Maybe she found out, or whatever day that they were going to have Asha take over the role, and she was like, "Yep, I'm out." I'm like, I'm not gonna be here anymore. So I don't know, man. It's a wild time in the Xbox universe. It's yet another story about Xbox that makes me not want to turn the console on anymore.
Yeah, it's sad to hear. Sorry.
Little fussy guy.
I think he's overtired.
Yeah, too much fun with Kellen.
Oh. Sorry, I'm just.
You need to take a couple more minutes?
No, I think he's okay.
Okay. As he lets off the blood-curdling scream.
All right. Yeah, it's sad to see.
Yeah.
Phil seemed like a good guy. He seemed like a guy, like a gamer's gamer, and just I don't know. I feel like he was done dirty a little bit, he said that this has been in the works since last summer, but you don't announce someone's retirement for the next business day, right? Like,
yeah, it's crazy. Like their PR team is going to be like in overtime this weekend.
Yeah, they're in crisis mode right now, and then just seeing all the interactions with the new Xbox CEO Asha on X, and seeing
it's like is she real? Is she AI? like
the responses seem very AI generated, and then her Xbox profile has only been active for a month, and it has 10,000 gamer score, which is just an astronomical amount. And apparently, she was playing multiple games at one time.
I mean, it's only 10 games, Nick. 10 games to fully finish. What are the games that she played? Do we know that?
Like Halo.
She got 1,000 and
I don't think she got 1,000 in Infinite, but yeah, it's just kind of strange. So
yeah.
We'll
see. I don't know, man. Like
changing times.
PlayStation's got to be so happy right now. Like they're like, yes, thank you, Xbox. Like, thank you so much.
Yeah, we only had one day of bad PR, and now Xbox gets an entire weekend. And yeah,
which is like, I think the worst time to announce something like why not have done that Monday?
Yeah, because then it's just going to gestate, and circulate all weekend, and then people are still going to be thinking about it on Monday.
Yep.
And they're going to be reaching out to Phil for interviews and reaching out to Sarah for interviews and trying to figure out what happened.
Yeah, a nightmare scenario for Xbox. So yeah, I mean, like, I'm still, we just think about the games, like I'm still excited for Fable. I'm excited to try Forza. Racing games aren't generally my cup of tea, but like this one's in Japan, like it looks beautiful as they always do. That's exciting. Like Gears of War E-Day, I am so stoked for that game. Like even the new Halo or Halo remaster, I can't wait to get that on the PlayStation and and try that out. Hopefully it comes to Switch too. So the games are still there, man, but God, it's just everything around. It's like, I don't know. I know there's some sort of meme of like someone drinking tea and there's like explosions around or something. It's like I'm in my little bubble and I feel good.
It's like they had a good January with the developer direct, and then of course they turn it around and have some sort of bad PR. That's their mantra, man. They can't just go a couple of months with good news.
No, it's terrible. All right, well, moving on. Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Switch 2 edition got announced, and it came out the same day. It's one of those, like, man, if you are not a general consumer of like Nintendo products, like all this stuff has to be so confusing from looking out, from the outside looking in. But a $5 upgrade for the Switch 2. It's already available. And then there's a physical version coming April like 16th, 17th, something like that. I like the Switch 2 editions. I think they're fine, but it adds to the confusion because it's like you have stuff like Donkey Kong that just got a Switch 2 version or, upgraded. That was completely free. It added a new playable character, and I think it added like another mode or two. This one, the Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, it's a $5 upgrade. There's no new content. It's just like a 4K upscaling, 60 frames per second. I did play it. I did pick it up. And I think it's like number 3 or 4 on the eShop right now for that upgrade. I mean, it looks great. It runs extremely well. This is exactly what I wanted for this game. I will be playing this after Resident Evil, of course. I'm not going to jump into yet another, 50-hour RPG. I'm not going to do that to myself before Resident Evil comes out. But yeah, and then you have like the $80 Switch 2 or the $20 upgrades. It's got like all the DLC with the 4K. It's so confusing. Like it's I know we're all about variable pricing and stuff like that, but I think a lot of people were also a little bit nervous too. It's like, okay, the Xenoblade Chronicles X, is that going to be like a new precedent for, are they just going to start charging $5 for everything going forward? Because there's no new content in this one as well. There's no, at least all the other ones have had some sort of new something in it.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's a little, the Animal Crossing one was a little weird because
that one does have new content.
That one does have new content. And that also came out for the Switch, but you had to pay $5 to get like the 4K stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
it's weird.
My guess is they'll do this for at least Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And I bet it'll be a $5 upgrade just because that game needs a good amount of work, especially in handheld mode, because it ran at like 480p.
Yeah.
And looked like shit in handheld. So that they need to do a lot of work there, bump up the frame rate, and then bump up the resolution.
Do you think if they do a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Definitive Edition, Switch Edition, do you think it'll include Torna?
That's the thing. I don't know. Because that was a $40 expansion.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Or do you think it'll be? There's no way they charge like $90 for that. Like that would be.
Yeah, I think it would be separate. Maybe they would also offer a $5 upgrade for Torna. That bumps that one up to 4K 60.
Because Torna is like it's a separate game, right?
Yeah, you can buy it and play it separately.
Yeah, maybe they do that. Maybe they.
I don't know.
Do you think we ever get like the Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom style, like just included in NSO again? Like we haven't had one since those two, right?
No. Yeah, probably not. I don't think we will.
And those are $10 upgrades.
Yeah, those are $10, and so yeah, it's just,
man, it's all over the place.
That's just a resolution and frame rate bump. Oh, and like the Zelda notes or whatever. GPS,
which is cool, but
yeah, kind of a weird precedent though.
Yeah, it's getting a little bit confusing.
Variable pricing.
I mean,
yeah.
But the good news is right now, I think Xenoblade Chronicles X is like $40, like at Best Buy and stuff like that, and Target. So you could pick it up there for the Switch 1 right now, and then pay the $5 upgrade. So you could pay $45 essentially for that game. So I would definitely do that route. And then a funny story. I don't know what really happened. I was actually, I was up that night. Like, I just happened to scroll on the eShop, and I saw it on there, and I was like, "What?"
You saw it firsthand.
I saw it, and then I jumped on Twitter, and of course, Wario64 had already posted it.
Yeah,
and that's when I tweeted it out, and then I made like a quick little video. But yeah, the Fire Red, Leaf Green are now. So they went up on the eShop the 20th, that and then like 1:30 in the morning, and then it was up all night, and then Nintendo and Pokemon Company the next morning announced officially that it is coming February 27th, Pokemon Day. So was that intentional? Was that accidentally went live in the shop, and then they just like, screw it, we're just going to announce it here now, and
but they had the trailer as well. So I'm assuming.
And it was during the afternoon in Japan, so it's.
Yeah, I bet the eShop just went live like a couple of hours too early, because you could pre-order it, right? So like it was meant to go up before the presentation.
Yeah.
On the 27th, but yeah, it probably just went up a few hours too early. I don't know how that happens, but yeah, I mean,
still cool. Like I know people are like bitching and like, and I don't understand the need for people to tell you that you can just emulate these games. Like,
I know.
They I don't know, they like goon themselves to like, they're like, I must tell people that you can emulate. Like, yeah, I can go on my phone. I have the Delta app. I can play all these games, but
I don't want to.
You know what? I would rather play on a bigger screen than my 7-inch, 8-inch,
and on an actual like tactile controller, right?
Yeah, like
a physical controller.
You can emulate any game you want. I just, and like, you could be a pirate and get any game you want for free. Like I get that, and if you want to do that, that is all you. I'm not going to judge you.
Listen, I emulated Genealogy because that's really the only way to play it, right? If it was available on the eShop and I could play it there, I'd definitely do that, because it would be a better experience than playing on my phone.
Exactly. So I think it's really cool. Like the pixel art is my favorite. Like I think this is how Pokemon should be experienced.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I don't know how the Pokemon fans feel about the 3D era. I know a lot of people bitch and complain about the way they look, and they should, because they are very ugly games. I just personally, I've never thought that it's translated well into 3D. These games look gorgeous. The GBA games in general are like gorgeous looking games. They hold up so well. They're going to look really good on the HD screen. And you know what? People were also complaining that it's $20, but this is the first time these games have been re-released since they launched back on the GBA.
Yeah.
And look, it's Pokemon Company. These things could have been $40 a piece, $50 a piece, $60. Like they could have charged whatever they wanted to.
I think max 30 a pop.
Or it would have been like 40 a piece and then 60 if you like, you know, 60 or 70 if you wanted to get them at a
But
discount.
they were 30 when they came out on the GBA. You know what I mean? You can't go above that. Well, you could.
Louis just mentioned too, said hold my beer.
Wait, you're right. Okay.
Skyward Sword said hold my beer.
Never mind.
So yeah, I think it's cool. I love these games. And again, you know, if this was like Blue and Red, the original ones for 20, yeah, maybe not.
No,
but these are these are like they call it the ultimate versions of those games, and they definitely are. So
yeah,
very excited. It sucks that it drops on Resident Evil Day as well, but
yeah, I would not be playing it that day. But yeah, you know, I might boot it up.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely plan on playing through those or playing through one of them. So pretty excited.
Yeah, which one are you gonna pick up?
I don't know. Fire Red's calling to me. I think that's the one I had back in the day.
I'm gonna go Leaf Green. Yeah, I feel like it's not getting enough love.
Yeah. And then I've got a couple other news stories, Nick. We can briefly go through them. I think this was maybe blown out of proportion a little bit, but earlier this week, the High Guard website went down.
Oh yeah,
it was down. It was down for a couple of days. Yeah, it is back up and rolling. And then the developer, obviously, they might have like the worst marketing team of all time because they just never talk about anything on Twitter.
Well, they fired everybody. So
yeah, that is true. Because they simply could have gone on and said, "Hey," because people were freaking out, like, you know, about is the game does that mean the game's going to be closing down soon? And people were scrambling to get the achievements and that. It's like you could have simply just tweeted and say, "Hey, we're maintaining the website, like it's going to be up, it's going to be back up in the next day or two." They did eventually come back on Twitter and they had like a new trailer and like a new update for the game. And then weirdly enough, I don't know how this came from the website being down, but Tencent was found out to be the primary like backer of this game. So
I don't think it was related to the website. I think it was
no.
Yeah, separate story. Okay.
Yeah, it was a separate story, but like it kind of trickled down from like the website. I don't know. It was very weird. And then I wanted to. And then I don't know if you saw the video of Christopher Judge at the panel or whatever. Like someone, which I hate when people do that. They had like a microphone clipped to their, and I don't think Christopher Judge knew. But also, like you shouldn't be saying these things anyways, because. But someone asked him about, you know, if he was in the remake trilogy. He said no. That's the other guy, T.C. Carlson. And then he's like no. And then he said something about like the combat was getting an overhaul in that game. And then he said for our game, which we assume is the next God of War, he's like we have plans to release news this summer.
You'll hear from us this summer.
Yeah. And then he backpedaled on Twitter and said, no, this is for a different project.
Yeah, he's like, I work on other stuff. I don't just
work on other stuff.
Santa Monica.
You're lying, bro. Yeah. And we know he's a big talker. I mean, you know. We know he's a big talker. I'm looking through the rest of the news here real quick. Obviously, we had Zelda's 40th yesterday.
Not a droplet.
Of, I think they posted about like what are your favorite memories of some other game, which is like, why would you? It's annoying. But yeah, we knew they never do on Zelda's birthday. We'll hear about their 40th celebration, in the coming months whenever they decide to drop their direct. And then the last story that I want to bring up, Nick, is the Dustbloods got listed on the eShop for the first time since it got announced last year. It appeared on the Australian Nintendo eShop, and then also on a Finnish retailer website. It states that it's March 27th is the release date. Obviously, that is not accurate or true at all because that's the final year of the fiscal year, like the final date of the fiscal year. And there's no way there was no way in hell that they would drop a game on that final date. That just makes no sense financially. But that could mean we're getting some news soon, or maybe there's something happening on the 27th of March.
I think there were some Reddit ads as well for Dustblood. So the promotion is I guess, ramping up. It's just not been officially ramped up on either Nintendo or FromSoft's side.
Yeah. Well, so, we'll hear from it at the General Direct whenever that happens.
Yeah, I thought we would be getting Elden Ring on Switch 2 before this one, but it might be the other way around. I don't know. Might be getting Dustblood sooner than we expected.
I just hope we get more like content with Elden Ring, like more. I know we're getting like some like Zelda skins maybe.
Yeah.
Hopefully we get some more stuff. Like I'm not expecting full on like DLC style stuff, but something along those lines I think would be kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll briefly mention, and then we can wrap up the show. Resident Evil copies of Requiem are out in the wild. IGN reached out to us to inform you all that they are out in the wild, and tomorrow, Monday, they're just gonna leak the games themselves.
Yeah, they have a post ready to go. They're gonna hit publish on Monday at 9 a.m.
I don't. It's annoying that they've retweeted this thing like 7 times. I don't necessarily have a problem with them saying that copies are out in the wild, but you need to close down your comment section when
if you're gonna post about spoilers for a highly anticipated game, you can't leave the floodgates open.
Yeah,
you can't. But I've been on a tear.
Yeah,
each time they post,
your one post has like 50,000 views.
Yeah, because everyone's trying to see these leaks. Damn. Like don't remind people, don't tell them.
Or just do it the one time. Like, hey, there's copies out in the wild. Beware of spoilers. But then you keep bringing it up.
And I read the article and it was like pointing you to. It's like, yeah, the leakers are out there. They're posting leaks on Reddit right now. I almost thought they were going to leak the Reddit thread, but or like link the Reddit thread, but they didn't go that far. So we'll see. We'll see what they do next week.
They're definitely having conversations behind the scenes. Like, do we do this? Do we post the leaks?
Well, you know why they're doing it? Because they're going to lose out on a lot of ad revenue for all of their like, oh, here's all of the endings to Resident Evil 4. Like those posts that IGN has or those articles that they have.
Yeah.
They're not going to get as many views now because people already know what the ending is.
Oh yeah, that's
they're trying to pre-capture these views with the leak article, or at least like recoup that ad revenue. That's my straw hat theory right now.
Yeah, that also kind of pisses me off too. Like whenever the same day a game comes out,
really?
Like IGN's already posting about like the ending stuff. I'm like, bro, like, can we give us the weekend before, like, you know?
Yeah.
I know I don't have to click on it, but I mean, sometimes they put spoilers like in their thumbnail for their stuff before. Like, it's
like, dude, read the room.
Yeah, like, man, yeah, IGN. Love to hate them, hate to love them.
Good work they do, but just some of that stuff, a little bit much.
Yeah, a little bit much.
Anyways.
All right. Well, I think that is going to wrap up the show. We appreciate everyone watching and listening. If you can review us on your favorite podcasting platform of choice, that would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah. Nick, any final thoughts before we get out of here?
We'll be back next week with Resident Evil Requiem, baby.
Resident Evil Requiem. Cannot wait.
Can't wait.
When do you think we get the direct?
Late March.
You think March?
Yeah. I mean, definitely not next week.
Yeah, I think it's probably time to abandon the
February,
like the June. I think that stuff has kind of gone out the window since the Switch 2, right? Last year. Yeah, we just
we got to give it up.
Yeah, and then insiders and leakers, like just don't say nothing. Just shut up.
Yeah, who was it that was peddling this one?
It was Nash Weedle, but he was the only one that was saying it. Like,
yeah, he's the most like unreliable leaker.
Yeah, I mean, he's gotten some stuff, but I mean, I guess if you guess enough, you'll eventually get it right once in a while.
If you make educated guesses, sure, you can get it right.
Yeah, at this point, like, unless it's Nate the Hate saying it, I'm not even gonna give it my 2 cents because it's probably not real.
That's the best practice going forward.
Just ended up being a Xenoblade drop.
Yeah, Which like, yeah, it's something, but
yeah. All right, guys. We'll be back with impressions of Resident Evil. I'm sure we'll be beating it 7 or 8 times before over the weekend. No, I heard this one's like pretty long, right? Like 15,
heard it was as long as RE4.
Yeah,
which is awesome.